It is good to be with you again. And I wish for you a happy and amazingly blessed 2011. I'm thankful to be able to produce these videos once again. I hope that you find them useful and helpful. I must admit I've been challenged on at least 2 occasions when people asked, where is the video teaching? My colleague, Reverend Dr. William Land, called from Ohio one day demanding that I get these started again. And during our watch night service, Sister Joey Stewart asked when the video reflections were going to come out. Well, here it is, at the beginning of 2011. Now I want to speak briefly today on the subject, let someone know. Let someone know. In the scriptures, particularly in the book of Acts, chapter 10, verse 34 through 43, Peter starts to tell the story about Jesus, where he came from, how he got there, and what he did. He also reminded them how he was treated, but also how God raised him from the dead so that they ate with him, was fed by him, and received teachings to go and preach and teach themselves. Peter was telling people about something that transformed his life in hopes that telling the story would transform the life of someone else. In other words, Peter felt that he had something good, and that something good needed to be told. Now, have you ever had the experience when you felt that someone kept something from you that would have been good for you to know if you could have known it? Have you ever had the experience after experiencing it that you knew exactly who could have benefited from what you just experienced? Have you ever said, after the fact, I wish so-and-so was here. They would have really enjoyed this, or they really would have needed this. Sometimes we don't share with others what has been good for us and could be good for someone else. There's that old hymn that I'm reminded of that keeps swimming through my mind right now. The words or the refrain to that hymn goes like this: I love to tell the story. 'Twill be my theme in glory, to tell the old, old story of Jesus and his love. You see, when something good has happened, or you know something good, share it with somebody because they may need to have what you have and know what you know. I have to share the story with someone else. I guess that's why I preach, and I guess that's why I teach. This is what we do when we go and serve others in shelters. This is what we do when we stand up for justice. This is what we do when we bring laughter and joy into a depressing situation. We have something that others need. We are letting someone know that there is another way, a better way, and something unique and wonderful has happened to me that I want to share with you. Sometimes that's the greatest gift that we can give to somebody else. It is part of our testimony. Recently, I accompanied many young people to the U.S. Senate as they sat in the galley in hopes that the Senate would pass the DREAM Act in the waning days of 2010. The Senate did not pass the DREAM Act, which would have provided a path to citizenship for these young people who were brought to this country when they were very young. I sat with these young people and prayed with them because I had something that they needed to know. I needed to let them know that justice may be deferred, but it can't be denied. I needed to let them know that weeping may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning. I needed to let them know that those who persevere to the end will be saved. There is a word, even in the midst of disappointment. There is hope, even in the bleakest of times. And there is a God, our God, who is a God of justice and will not let us down. I needed to let someone know that. So I got to ask you, what is your journey? How far has God brought you? You need to let someone know the positive and good that flows through you and where that goodness and joy comes from. Someone may need to know what you know. Someone may need what you have. Someone may need to hear your story and your testimony. Share it. Sisters and brothers, I want to thank you for allowing me to share these words with you. God bless you. Have a very blessed 2011, and I will surely see you soon. Blessings.